at Donington Park today as well. Including the championship is out there from doing that or a hashtag or so. So the very, very well The BRSCC Mazda MX-5 Championship has always delivered great grids. Almost automatically, very good race. Kicked off for 15 minutes to 42. The property roads are already in place. Championship has already had a race in Cadwell Park started on Silverstone and Donington Park after this weekend at Donington Park. Sam Smith leads the pro category by 9 points over Patrick Fletcher. The club class has Xavier Brooks at the top, but only by 5 points, 99 versus Liz Walton 194. And in the Master Championship, George Grant, who it's not here, to say, no, he hasn't not well, so I think he's in the car. Yes, that's right. So George will be calm. Well, too. Martin Tolley is second championship, trailing Georgie Kelly by 3. Still very early on in their season. Points up for grabs. So there'll be a green flag lap, and then the next time they launch their way into Redgate, it'll be an anger.
Cars on track then for the first race of the weekend for the BRSCC Mazda MX-5 Super Cup, racing identical Mark III Mazda MX-5. Some very quick drivers indeed on this grid. This is going to be an absolute cracker. A number of star names out in this one. Actor turned racer Kelvin Fletcher. Of course, he won the British GT4 Pro-Am Championship, sharing with Martin Plowman, the former Le Mans LMP2 class winner. Martin is also on this grid in the Paddock Motorsports team cars. Braden Fletcher, Kelvin's brother, also on the grid for this one. We've also got Abby Eaton, one of the world's leading female racing drivers. She's been a champion in this series in the past. Of course, a well-known personality, looking at the likes of W Series and so on as well. In pole position, though, for this race is the championship leader after the opening weekend of the season at Cadwell Park, number 8, Sam Smith. Alongside him is last year's championship runner-up, Jack Harding, making his return to racing this weekend. Missed the opening weekend of the season. And Jack Harding, number 43, on the outside of the front row. Second row is the reigning champion, Luke Herbert, in number 1, looking for, I think, his 4th straight title, if I remember rightly, in this championship. And alongside him, number 29, Patrick Fletcher. No relation to the brothers Kelvin and Braden. He's a former Clio 182 champion, been adapting over the last couple of seasons to rear-wheel drive racing. The third row is number 24, James Cousins, and 23, which is Martin Tolley, first of the Masters class drivers. And he's likely to take the lead of the Masters class this weekend, with George Grant not out, the points leader after Cadwell Park. The championship sponsor, George Grant, in the Clapham North MOT car. That car being raced by Abby Eaton this weekend. And Abby lining up on row 4 of the grid alongside John Langridge, the Mazda MX-5 Championship for Mark Wands. He won last season, making the move up to the Super Cup this season. John Langridge, car number 5. Rounding out the top 10, number 82, Michael Nibbs. He's doubling up this weekend, also racing his Mark 1 MX-5. And 116 of Simon Baldwin completing the top 10 as they move off for their green flag lap. This will be a 15-minute race for the MX-5 Super Cup. Let's just run you through the rest of the grid then. Row 6, 223, which is Gary Townsend. Alongside him, number 12, Declan Lee. Row 7, number 17, Nick Dunn, and 91, Jack Sycamore. Row 8 is Adam Bessel in car number 4, and 36, David Henderson. The 9th row, 107, Sam Bailey, and 16, Matt Pickford. The 10th row, 15, Clive Powells, and 96, Chris Richardson. The 11th row, number 10, Braden Fletcher, and number 99, Nick Rutter. Row 12 is 55, Simon Fleet, and number 11, Martin Plowman. Already mentioned him, the former Le Mans class winner. 13th row, number 70, Xavier Brook, and 33, Kelvin Fletcher, who many will know as Andy Sugden from Emmerdale from his acting career. Row 14, 112 David O'Reilly and number 19 of Liz Walton. Row 15, 26 Duncan Harris and 66 Martin Heath. And finally, number 77, Seamus Heaney starts at the back of the grid. Look out for Martin Heath, the former Open Sports Car Series competitor. He's raced stock cars and hot rods on the short ovals too. He's raced in the Pickup Truck Championship. He's done all sorts of things, Martin Heath has. The Midlands-based racer making his debut this season in his MX-5. Identical cars, the Mark III MX-5s. I am really looking forward to this race. Some very big names in this one. Watch for Abby Eaton in the number 69, the white and Union Jack liveried car, normally raced by George Grant, the championship sponsor from Clapham North. But it's Sam Smith in pole position. He's raced MX-5s of various guises over the years and leads the championship after the first round at Cadwell Park. Jack Harding, big rival of Luke Herbert's there on the front two rows of the grid, second and third. Harding in the red and grey car, Luke Herbert in blue. Then we've got the black car with the red stripes, that's Patrick Fletcher, car number 29. In the sunshine at Donington Park, they start to line up for 15 minutes of what will be fast and furious Mazda MX-5 racing. This could be the highlight of this weekend here at Donington Park. They've got 3 races across the weekend, 3 for the MX-5 Championship as well for the Mark 1 category. A couple of drivers racing in both. Sam Smith on pole then in the Sam Smith Motor Retail back car, local man from Leicester. That's alongside Jack Harding, the Yorkshireman. Last few cars onto the grid then. Seamus Heaney lining up at the back. He's in the club class. We've got 6 club category drivers this weekend. The quickest of them in qualifying was Clive Powell's, number 15. He lines up on row 10 of the grid. We've got one car pulled off on the grass alongside the home straight there. Now, who is that? I think it's James Cousins, number 24. Just waiting to see what's going to happen here. So the car of James Cousins, 24, yes, looking out of the window, there is a gap on row 3, so Cousins is not going to start. Now what's going to happen here? Is the race going to get underway anyway with that car parked on the grass? The answer is yes, it is. And we are underway with our first MX-5 Super Cup race. There's James Cousins. He pulled off as the grid moved off on the green flag lap, but leading the way down to Redgate for the first time, it is Sam Smith. Dodging about there on the outside line is Jack Harding. Looks like they're all going to make it round Redgates for the first time. Sam Smith, looking to keep his championship lead, has the lead as they surge into the Craner curves, tries to run the quick starting car of Patrick Fletcher, looks like up there in second place. Side by side for third, Luke Herbert coming through on the inside. The red fronted car of Jack Harding caught on the outside line, runs a little bit wide through the old hairpin. They've all made it round okay so far. This cracking entry of MX-5 Super Cup cars up towards McLean's for the first time. Side by side between Herbert and Harding for third place. Who's that tucked in behind them? Looks like it could be Abby Eaton in the 69 car. But it's Sam Smith with the lead. There is Eaton just tucked in on the inside in the George Grant car number 69, the Clapham North sponsored machine. They surge their way through the top of the circuit. Seamus Heaney at the back in number 77. It's Sam Smith with the lead. There is Eaton on the inside, the white car with the red stripe down the centre. Luke Herbert defending from her, and Jack Harding could lose another place here. And he just holds off Abby Eaton for 4th position. 6th place behind them is Martin Tolley, the Masters class leader, who got a bit of a tangle further back there. A couple of cars falling over each other further back in the field. Try and pick up who they were in a moment. I think they've survived that. But your early leader is Sam Smith, ahead of Patrick Fletcher, going well in 2nd place, the former Clio 182 champion. Luke Herbert in 3rd place. Down the Craner curves they head. Jack Harding is 4th, Abby Eaton in 5th. Simon Baldwin's made a good start. He's up into 6th position. He's got ahead of Martin Tolley, now leads the Masters class for the senior drivers on the grid. 8th place is the number 82 of Michael Nibbs, then John Langridge and Gary Townsend rounding out the top 10 at the end of the first lap. Look at this for the lead as they come through. Patrick Fletcher up the inside as they go into McLean's corner. Is he going to come out of this with the lead? Only just there, at it already. Well, you think this was the last lap of the race, wouldn't you? We're only on lap 2, and it is Patrick Fletcher who's come through into the lead. Luke Herbert, the reigning champion, goes through into second place. Sam Smith goes down to third. Now here comes Jack Harding on the inside as well, and skating off into the gravel. A couple of cars there spinning around. Now who's that that's gone off? We'll try and pick up who that is. So a couple of the midfielders going off there. We'll pick up who they were when they come through over the line. Patrick Fletcher leads it from Luke Herbert. Sam Smith in third place, then Jack Harding. Abby Eaton in fifth position. Now, why had Luke Herbert got his hand in the air there? Has he got a problem, or was he signalling to his pit crew? I'm not too sure. Fletcher leads it. Herbert dodges to the inside, down into Redgate corner. Trying to go around the outside is Sam Smith. This is incredible. We're only on lap 3 of the day. We've lost the 26 car. That is Duncan Harris from Devon, one of our drivers in the club category. So maybe he was caught up there in that little schmozzle at the chicane. Patrick Fletcher leads the way, looking for what I think will be his first win in the category. But Luke Herbert up the inside into the old hairpin. That's a brave move. Can he turn it back in time? Yes, he has, and he's got the lead. Sam Smith will try and follow him into second place. There's another great fight further back. Abby Eaton, though, has done the fastest lap of the race, 1:23.472. The other car we lost was the 1:07 of Sam Bailey, just looking down the timing screen, but there's not time to look away because look at this for the lead of the race. There's about a dozen of them going for the lead now. Luke Herbert leads into Coppice. Sam Smith right on his rear bumper there as they go through the right-hander. Harding up into third. Patrick Fletcher, the early leader, has gone down to fourth place. Then it is Abby Eaton tucked in behind them. We've got Simon Baldwin, the blue car with the orange stripes, is in there somewhere. There's Simon Fleet. He got delayed at the chicane earlier on, chasing number 19. That's Liz Walton. Through the chicane come the leader, Sam Smith at the inside. He's taken the lead from Luke Herbert down to third. Jack Harding goes through into second place. We've got a spinner coming out of the chicane there. Now, who was that? Somebody from the leading group. I think that might have been Simon Baldwin. Yes, it was, as Harding to the inside. He now goes into the lead. We're only on lap 4 of this race, and I'm running out of voice already. So Simon Baldwin was the man who spun at the chicane. There he is going through a little bit further back. We have got one car into the pit lane, Nick Dunn, number 17, as the leaders head down towards the old hairpin. Luke Herbert side by side with Jack Harding. Sam Smith is back into the lead changing on every corner in this one. Showing on the timing screen, Gary Townsend has got a penalty, number 223. It doesn't say what for, though. As the leaders heading up to the top of the circuit now. Still Sam Smith, the championship leader, who has the lead in car number 8, but he won't be there for long, I can guarantee you that. Luke Herbert on his tail, Patrick Fletcher third, Jack Harding fourth. There's Abby Eaton in the number 69 in fifth position. Behind her, it's Martin Tolley, who's back into the lead of the Masters class with that spin for Simon Baldwin. Behind Martin Tolley is John Langridge, then Jack Sycamore, Gary Townsend and Adam Bessel in the red and white number 4. Luke Herbert up the inside, retakes the lead into the chicane. We've got about 12 cars fighting for the lead here. On the tail of this group is Braden Fletcher, the younger of the two brothers. Over the line they go. The fastest lap of the race by Luke Herbert, 1:23.299. That time through as lunging up the inside, Abby Eaton well and truly sends it up the inside there into Redgate corner. There's Simon Baldwin recovering a bit further back, and Abby Eaton could be up into third place here. No, she's into fourth as they head down the Craners. Luke Herbert under fire from Sam Smith. Patrick Fletcher rather on his own in third now as that group has split apart a little. Abby Eaton is in fourth place. Looks like Martin Tolley is up into fifth in the black car ahead of Jack Harding. And then behind them it's Jack Sycamore, number 91. So John Langridge has lost a couple of places in there. Leaders up towards McLean's. Luke Herbert, the reigning champion from Sussex, leads the way. At the inside there of Adam Bessel goes the number 5 of John Langridge. There is Langridge, the grey and green car. Here's the second draft, if you like, to use a NASCAR racing term. Simon Baldwin up the inside, passing the number 11. That's Martin Plowman, running the cars for himself and the Fletcher brothers this weekend. Martin and Kelvin Fletcher won the Pro-Am title in British GT, the GT4 class in their Ford Mustang last season. Leaders just heading over the line. The order is Herbert Smith, Patrick Fletcher, Abby Eaton, Jack Harding and Martin Tolley. That's your top 6. We look at the second group heading over the line. Jack Sycamore is 7th, John Langridge 8th, Adam Bessel 9th, in 10th place Gary Townsend. And the second group headed by Simon Baldwin in 11th place, chased by Martin Ploughman. So much going on out there, we just haven't had time to even take a breath so far in this race. That's the second group heading down the Craner curves. Abby Eaton's done another fastest lap of the race, 1:23.056. It is great to have Abby here this weekend. One of Britain's leading female racing drivers, one of the world's leading female racing drivers. She's up into 3rd place now ahead of Patrick Fletcher, chasing down Luke Herbert and Sam Smith as they fight for the lead of this race. First of 3 this weekend. They've got 3 races to get through of entertainment like this, the MX-5 Super Cup. Sam Smith goes to the outside as they head down into the chicane, try and get the cut back on the exit. Abby Eaton's there in 3rd ahead of Fletcher. 5th place behind them, it is Jack Harding, championship runner-up last year. Over the line they go, the first 5 just breaking away very slightly now from Martin Tolley, the Masters class leader in 6th place. Just looking further back down the order to see who's leading the club class. That's Clive Powell's number 15. Leaders head for the Craner curves once again. The first 2, if anything, pulling away very slightly. Herbert and Smith. Here's the battle for 3rd. Patrick Fletcher on the inside as they head down towards the old hairpin. He could retake Abby Eaton here. They're 3 wide. Look at that through the old hairpin. 3 wide through the old hairpin. That never works, but it has, and Abby Eaton's lost 2 places. Fletcher and Harding have both got through up towards McLean. Sam Smith all over the back of the race leader, and off goes, I think that's Harding, has gone straight on there at Schwantz curve. It is Jack Harding. That'll drop him down the order. So it's Fletcher in 3rd place. Eaton is 4th. Looking to see who's taken 5th place as a result of that. I think it might be Jack Sycamore, number 91. The white car there, ahead of John Langridge. So Sycamore ahead of Langridge in that group. Behind them, Adam Bessel. He's been keeping his hand in racing in the Ford XR Challenge in the opening weeks of the rescheduled season. Midfielders go through onto the exhibition straight. Here's a battle further back. Still Luke Herbert with the lead as they go across the stripe outside my commentary box. Here's number 16. That is Matt Pickford holding on 15, I should say. Clive Powell, that's our club class leader, sorry, at the front of this group. Clive Powell leads the club category. Pro category led by the overall leader Luke Herbert, whose gap over Smith was 0.27 of a second this time through. Nearly 2 seconds back is Patrick Fletcher, now in 3rd place. There's Jack Harding, he's rejoined in 10th place after that off. Simon Baldwin coming under fire from, I think that's the 107 car possibly there of Sam Bailey. I thought we'd lost him early on, but he is still going. Here are the runners to the tail of the field there through the old hairpin. We'll pick up the leaders shortly. There's the lead group going through Coppice. Sycamore closing up in the number 91. Also Langridge, Bessel, Martin Tolley, Gary Townsend in 9th place. Then Jack Harding rounds out the top 10 after that mistake at Schwantz curve, put him onto the grass earlier on. Battle for 4th is the main focus now. Abby Eaton hanging on ahead of the number 91 of Jack Sycamore, a man from Northampton. Then behind him we've got John Langridge, the reigning Mark 1 champion, chased by Adam Bessel in the number 4. He's running well. Leaders head into Redgate. It's still Luke Herbert by just a couple of tenths of a second from Sam Smith. Patrick Fletcher in 3rd place. Down the Craner curves they come. 3 minutes 20 of this race still to go. It's flown by this race, hasn't it? There's so much action out there. This really is an amazing category, some of Britain's closest and most competitive motorsports. The Mazda MX-5 Super Cup. Through the bottom of the course they go, the 2 black cars there, 8th and 9th, Martin Tolley and Gary Townsend. Been racing MX-5s for a number of years now, Gary, the ex-Formula 1 stock car driver. Run runs a vehicle hire business in Rugby in Warwickshire. Luke Herbert continues to lead, looking for his first win of the season. He didn't have the best of starts to his campaign at Cadwell Park at the opening weekend of the season a couple of weeks ago. Only 6th in the points coming into today. Chased by Sam Smith, the championship leader. Patrick Fletcher, 2nd in the championship. Side by side now for 5th position. John Langridge in the grey car with the green headlamps, holding off Jack Sycamore. Yes, he's got him into the chicane. Sycamore, just a bit of gravel rash there as he bounced across the curbs on the inside. He's put 2 wheels into the gravel, but he's held off Adam Bessel in the number 4. Sam Smith goes to the outside and attacks into Redgate to try and cut in on the exit. Herbert from Smith, Patrick Fletcher 3rd. Abby Eaton still with the fastest lap of the race in 4th position. They file their way along the top of the Craner curves. The leaders dropping down into the old hairpin. I think we'll get maybe 2 more laps out of this. We'll wait and see as they get back to the line. Just a couple of retirements so far. Another fastest lap for Abby Eaton, 123.012. James Cousins, of course, never got going. We lost Duncan Harris in that melee at the chicane on the first lap, and also Nick Dunn having pulled into the pits, the number 17 car. 3 retirements so far. Herbert from Smith through Coppice, Fletcher 3rd, Eaton 4th. John Langridge up into 5th now ahead of Jack Sycamore. Adam Bessel 7th, then Martin Tolley, Gary Townsend, Jack Harding still down in 10th with Simon Baldwin behind him. Next in the order it is Sam Bailey in the number 107 car. The next group headed through by number 36, David Henderson. Henderson family very active in the Mark 1s. We saw Alan Henderson come close to their championship a few years ago, the family from Newcastle. Here's a group a little bit further back in the order. Braden Fletcher, I think, at the head of this group. Then we've got, that's Clive Powells, the club class leader, number 15. Behind him, it is the number 12 of Declan Lee. 82 there in between the 2 of them. That is Michael Nibbs, who's racing in 2 classes this weekend. And in the gravel, that's number 112, David O'Reilly, the Australian-born driver. He's out of the race. Another car in the gravel now. Who's that? Number 36. That's David Henderson, has gone off at the old hairpin. Now, there's only a few seconds left on the clock, so I think that could be an early stoppage there with that car in the gravel. They may protect it with a local yellow flag, which means no overtaking at the old hairpin. So David Henderson has gone off there on the edge of the circuit. There are the leaders. The clock has run down to 0, so it's going to be checkered flag this time. There's also a yellow flag at Coppice corner with O'Reilly in the gravel trap there. So 2 overtaking points removed on the final lap, but not at the chicane. Is Sam Smith going to try a last bend lunge here? I don't think he's close enough. It looks like it is going to be a win for car number 1. Luke Herbert, the defending Mazda MX-5 Super Cup champion, comes in, punches the air as he crosses the line to take the victory. Luke Herbert, your winner. Sam Smith in 2nd. What a cracking race that was. Patrick Fletcher will take 3rd place. Abby Eaton is 4th. John Langridge will round out the top 5. And the club category should be won by Clive Powells, number 15. Now the Masters division is won by Martin Tolley, number 23. That will put him in the lead of the Masters Championship with George Grant absent. And the rest of the cars come across the line. Congratulations to the Sussex driver Luke Herbert. He loves racing here at Donington. Great fight there with Sam Smith, Patrick Fletcher and Abby Eaton. What a great race that was. We'll confirm the top 10 finishers in a few moments' time. A shame we had a couple of yellow flags there for spun cars on the last lap, because a couple of overtaking points were removed, the old hairpin and Coppice, with David O'Reilly and David Henderson going off. There is your result. Luke Herbert confirmed as your winner, ahead of Sam Smith by 0.37 of a second. Patrick Fletcher 3rd ahead of Abby Eaton. John Langridge 5th ahead of Jack Sycamore, then Adam Bessel. Martin Tolley, the Masters class winner. Jack Harding, after a mistake, dropping into 9th. And Simon Baldwin completing the top 10. Gary Townsend dropping out of the top 10. He got a 10-second penalty, I believe. That was for an out-of-position start for the 2-2-3 car. So Gary Townsend drops to 13th. But congratulations to Luke Herbert. Brilliant drive, brilliant battle with the the win in MX-5 Super Cup Race 1 here at Donington Park.
Either way, it's going to be dragged out the gravel, not much profit, but the next vehicle is on site. The problem is, there's stones in that gravel track that get everywhere in the car, and the last thing you want is a stone to be between a brake pad and a disc, which is very easily smashes it through the course of the next race. So, a bit of a job to make sure all those stones, those errant stones, that the trees swept up, they might even have to just strip the car down a little bit to make sure that it's ready later on. It's out of the gravel, hopefully it's going to start up. Yeah, thumbs up down there. The car's fired into light and will be able to be driven back to the paddock. So the zigzag from left to right to shake any of the stones out of the gravel track. They sensibly have been dropped on the grass rather than on the road track, swept to the right. According to today, the Robert chicane will be swept, particularly the exit, because the gravel track is so close to the edge of the road there.
Guys, I'm here with Luke Covert. As you can see, he's rather happy. Luke, put your helmet down and come have a chat. He was actually just climbing on top of his car. Let's just get him over.
You won't do anything.
Luke, it seems a bit unusual to be doing it through the bars, doesn't it? I feel like I'm in jail. Congratulations, you're pretty happy about it.
Oh, yeah. We're same with Cadwell. We had crap qualifying. We were in 7th, had a first win. Qualified 3rd, half second of the pace. So I was like, it's going to be attacking for 3rd. It's just, brilliant drive. I mean, Smithy drove great. We had a bit of contact. We acknowledged his fault. He let me back by. Yep. That's what we like. Clean, fair racing.
Definitely.
I mean, I think if it wasn't for that, and he had got past me without hitting me, I think he'd be gone because he was behind me. I was just, I was just a roadblock. So, yeah, brilliant. Yeah.
I see a big smile. Let's bring Sam in as well. Sam, we spoke to you a little bit earlier as well when you were on pole position. Fantastic stuff between you two.
Yeah.
The racing was sensational, honest, fair. That's what we like to see.
Yeah, it was good racing. Very hard in the first few laps with everything that was going on. It was such a busy race, but when it levelled out, Luke was really fair. I had a little bit of a bump with him, let him back past because of it, and just couldn't find a way past him. Couldn't get alongside him in the right areas, but yeah, good enough. P2, good for the championship. The car was mega. So
well done, and your hair looks fine, mate.
Well, it's good.
Right, I'm going to head back to the commentary box and Dave Goddard.